You know, Nadine Dorries did come out swinging when she first got the gig, didn't she? But she hasn't really done a lot, and she's been asked the same thing over and over again. Please do it, please do it, please do it. And she's not done it. And she's still being asked, and she's still not going to do it. She's not going to do it. Nadine Dorries urged to suspend TV licence fines that hit most vulnerable. Hey, she's not going to do it. She can't change anything about the TV licence anyway until 2027. So she's just not going to do it. You can flood her with these emails all you want. You can flood her with all your letters and your questions and your petitions. She ain't going to do it. In an open letter organised by the legal charity Appeal, the Culture Secretary was told pensioners, lone mothers and people on the poverty line are being penalised most. 3/4 of those prosecuted by TV licensing for failing to pay the fine after being caught without a £159 licence are women. The offence accounts for 30% of all female court cases, Appeal says. Yeah, that is crazy, isn't it? That is crazy. And we've talked about that on this channel before. And we got to sort of thinking about it. And I don't want to sound misogynistic or sexist or anything. But the enforcement officers that police the TV licence, their door-to-door salesmen, they can be quite intimidating. And they like that. They like to try and be intimidating. But when a big burly bloke answers the door and goes, hello, who are you? And he says, I'm TV licensing. A big burly bloke in his own home isn't intimidated, is he? But, you know, an older woman or a lone mother struggling, something like that, a big burly man who's dressed a bit like a detective or a bailiff or something can be intimidating. And they say something that will stitch themselves up, and that's where they get into trouble. You know, it says here 30% of all female court cases. Well, it could be 0% of all female court cases if the women didn't talk to these enforcement officers, bloody goons and door-to-door salesmen is what they are, on the doorstep. You know, if you don't talk to them, they can't do anything. That's where all the evidence comes from to get you into trouble if you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, which I don't condone. If you don't have a TV licence, you shouldn't be watching anything you shouldn't be watching, right? But the only way they could know is if you tell them or you let them into your house. If you don't do that, this would be 0% of female court cases. So come on, women, don't get scared by these goons. Just close the door in their faces. If you don't believe it can be done, I'll put a link below to a video I made of people closing doors in their faces and they toddle off. They have to. They're not police, they're not bailiffs, they're door-to-door salesmen. Don't be scared by them. Although we believe the offence should be decriminalised altogether, it is particularly important to suspend enforcement actions while the discriminatory nature of these prosecutions remains unresolved. That is why we urge you to extend your concern for older adults to all adults and suspend prosecutions until the BBC has finalised its review. The letter is backed by a number of organisations including Silver Voices and Christians Against Poverty. Yeah, we don't mind Silver Voices on this channel. Old Dennis Reed, I've spoke to him personally and he's doing a good fight for the oldies. But this isn't just about oldies, this is just about the TV licence in general. It shouldn't be a criminal matter. You know, if I get behind on my phone bill, it's not a criminal matter. If I choose not to pay for Netflix, it's not a criminal matter. So how can this be? It's a subscription service. I don't want a subscription. You can send a door-to-door salesman round to try and sell me your subscription, but I don't want to talk to him because I don't want to buy your subscription. It's that simple. And I don't understand it. And Nadine's not going to do anything. And Nadine can't do anything. And Nadine wouldn't do anything until 2027, 28 review anyway. And God knows what will happen then. Maybe it will go proper subscription, but it won't because they're going to make the excuse of broadband. Maybe it will go commercial, BBC, but it won't because they get 3.2 billion a year for doing jack all pretty much without having to find advertisers or work for the money. So why would they risk losing money by actually having to work for money when they can be gifted 3.2 million quid? And now Nadine and Boris are backing the BBC, saying without them, all the information we've had over the last 2 years for the health crisis and what's going on in Eastern Europe now, you know, people wouldn't be able to get all that information. So thank you, BBC, is what they're saying now. Nadine Dorries was even brought to tears in Parliament talking about what a good job the BBC are doing. So do you honestly think this woman cares? Do you think she cares? Because I don't think she cares. I don't think she cares about the old people. I don't think she cares about lone mothers. And I don't think she cares that a disproportionate amount of women get prosecuted for TV licence offences. But I know someone who does care. Me. I care. And we need to stop people talking to these door-to-door salesmen, these goons. That's the only way to win this. You know, you can not pay it and you can get all the letters. That's fine. But there's still fines. There's still people getting into trouble for something they shouldn't be getting into trouble for. And there's only one way you can get into trouble over the TV licence, and that is by talking to the goons when they knock on your door. So just let everybody know, everyone you talk to about TV licensing, just say they're just door-to-door salesmen. They're not police, they're not bailiffs. Close the door in their face. And send them the link to the video I'll put below of doors being closed in faces. That's the video we need to get out there more and more, to let people know not to be scared of these goons. And instead of 30% of female criminal cases, we can get it down to 0% of all criminal cases, not just women. Well, that went off on a bit more of a rant than I was originally expecting. I was just thinking like a couple of minute video slagging off Nadine Dorries and, you know, I'll go put the kettle on. So, yeah, apologies, that went a bit ranty, but it just winds me up. It just really winds me up. So, yeah, let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below. And don't forget to get that video of doors being shut in goons' faces and pass it all around all your social media as much as you can. And every time you talk to somebody about the TV licence and that you don't have to pay it, show them that. There's nothing to be scared of. Just closing a door. It's just closing a door on a dictionary salesman. You know, simple, isn't it? So, yeah, go and do that, and I'll see you in another video again soon. Thanks for watching.